Welcome to Naturally Inspired Radio, where we expose what's broken in the healthcare system, connect you to real health solutions, and inspire you to take back control of your life. We want to help you feel empowered, informed, and free to live naturally without fear, confusion, or dependency. Download our latest book on real solutions for health at naturallyinspiredradio.com. Naturally Inspired Radio is a nationally syndicated show broadcast on over 100 radio stations, online platforms, video channels, and podcast feeds. Follow us on your favorite platform today, hit that like button, leave a comment, and engage in our special live stream chats, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com to learn more, register for our weekly giveaway, and explore past episodes. You can also connect directly with Tammy, follow her on all major social media platforms, and discover more about our featured guests and trusted radio partners. Are you looking for better health? Work with Tammy today and take the first step toward a healthier, more empowered lifestyle. Schedule your complimentary 30-minute lifestyle assessment to explore personalized guidance on nutrition, movement, toxin-free living, and natural beauty without pharma. Get started now and discover Tammy's preferred health products at naturallyinspiredstore.com or text Tammy directly 720-303-8868. Love the show and want to support the movement? Head over to naturallyinspiredradio.com and click on the support tab. There you'll find all the ways you can get involved. Join our Naturally Inspired community, become a preferred customer, attend one of our amazing live events, get your backstage pass for exclusive access, and connect to all things naturally inspired. Thank you for tuning in today. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Did you know that a single collagen supplement could support your heart health, help protect against EMF exposure, and reduce inflammation all at the same time? Our preferred foundational collagen not only supports radiant skin and joint mobility, but also promotes heart health, reduces inflammation, strengthens hair and nails, provides added protection against the effects of EMF exposure, and so much more. Our favorite collagen is super absorbable and easy to take. Just 1 tablespoon in the morning and another in the evening for maximum benefits. Here's what our listeners have to say.
This collagen is so easy to take, I've noticed a huge difference in my hair and nails after just a few weeks.
Since I started using Tammy's preferred collagen, my joints feel more flexible and my skin looks smoother.
Try it today at naturallyinspiredradio.com/collagen. When you purchase from Naturally Inspired, you get access to our group health coaching call and so much more. Go to naturallyinspiredradio.com/collagen.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturallyinspiredradio.com.
The information and other content provided on this radio show or in any linked materials is provided for informational purposes only, not intended and should not be construed as medical advice. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment.
Welcome, everybody. It is Friday. It's Friday. Yay, yay, yay. You made it all the way through the week. Congratulations. Another week gone by, right? So fast. They always tell you, wait till you get older, time flies and it gets even faster. But man, they weren't joking. It really does and is flying by. A beautiful day here in northern Colorado, starting to get a little more fall-y. Excuse me. Starting to get a little more fall in the air and in the trees, in the leaves. It's so beautiful outside, but the sun is out. So I am celebrating that the sun is still out before we head into winter. Oh, let me talk to you about some things. The daily topic I want to talk about today is about autism again. I know I've been talking about this a lot, but there's a particular clip that is going viral today from Pritzker. J.B. Pritzker. And I just got a lot to say about that because it really is a perfect example of how and why these people get into the positions that they're in. So can't wait to dig into that with you. Also, I think it was yesterday. All my days are kind of strung together here, but I think I played a clip yesterday from Chelsea Clinton. She is going to be championing. It's Friday for sure. It's Friday for sure. My tongue is not working. My mouth is moving, but the words aren't coming out properly. She is going to be behind this new effort to re-educate everybody on science, aka her and mom are taking on censorship big time. I'll tell you why I think that. I see another news story today where I'm like, oh, okay. Hillary's really chapped about the censoring or the lack of censoring of what she calls, misinformation. And so they're campaigning on that. That's their little thing, their little issue, I think, to rectify. So I've got a story about that. Did you know that there's aluminum in Tylenol? I can't say that I knew this, but there's new evidence out, a new research paper that explains aluminum in Tylenol. So we're going to be talking about that. Also, this massive control. We have to talk about this every day, I feel like, because that's the only way we're going to spread the word and the warning about digital ID and mass surveillance. Lots of stuff creeping in and has been creeping in. And I think we need to be really, really careful with this one. So we'll be talking about that. We've got a health topic today. I'm going to talk about how your medications may be causing you fatigue. I do these 30-minute assessments and they often go quite a bit longer than 30 minutes, but that's okay. It's fascinating. It's interesting to me and I love meeting with you. But what I see is a pattern of people that are struggling with energy. And I think they've been told that it's just age. You're getting older, you should be tired, you're this age, you're that age. And I'm here to tell you that maybe there's more going on. Okay. So even some of these, drugs that you've been conditioned to think, you can take them every day and they're totally fine. It might be causing some of your fatigue. So we're going to talk about that today. And of course, we'll have a naturally inspired moment as well. But let's get into this J.B. Pritzker guy, shall we? Shall we? I mean, there is no shame in these people. So this J.B. Pritzker is tied into pharma, big billionaire family, right? Billionaire family. His daddy started it. He ended up the Pritzker Group, which is a private investment venture capital firm that was co-founded by Pritzker before he became governor. And his dad started a company before that. He's a trust fund, baby. Okay. They're worth billions. But they also are now in health. So they are invested in something called Q Health. They were highly involved in COVID testing. COVID testing. And now, wouldn't you know it, he is shaping legislation around health. How is it that somebody can be in the business of investing in the very companies that then they're passing policy on? This is the model for capture. And yet it just happens. I think a lot of people think, well, that would be illegal. If it's like the fox guarding the hen house, right? Like you just kind of assume, well, they've got to have laws in place for that. But actually they don't. They don't. And these people are just, they're really good at it, getting in and working the system for their own benefit. Here's an example of that. This is J.B. Pritzker. I think this is like 6 years ago or something like that, before he was even elected, I believe. So just a local news story on him. Give you a taste of this guy's character. Here it is.
How hypocritical and self-serving Pritzker was during the 2018 campaign, the Chicago Sun-Times reported that Pritzker had removed all the toilets from a home near his primary residence that he had purchased. This made the home uninhabitable, thereby lowering the property value for taxation purposes, which also affected other properties. Pritzker then appealed his original property tax assessment to lower the price. The Cook County assessor reduced the home's value from $6.25 million to about $1.1 million, which granted Pritzker an 83% property tax reduction, equal to about $230 per annum. The Cook County Inspector General accused Pritzker of a scheme to defraud the county. In response, a single toilet was later reinstalled in one bathroom. The Cook County Inspector General dubbed it as a scheme to defraud. Federal authorities soon opened an investigation, and investigators actually requested detailed records about this tax break, which was a serious red flag. To avoid criminal charges and tarnish his gubernatorial run, he offered to pay the money back. Pritzker called the controversy a political attack and stressed that the county regulations
Don't you wish you could just manipulate the system for yourself like that? I mean, oh my gosh, my taxes are too high, so I'm going to go ahead and buy this other property. I'm going to rip all the toilets out of it, get it reevaluated so that, it pushes down property values in the whole neighborhood, and then I'll be able to manipulate myself a tax break. It's because these guys are just like, this is what they do. This is what they do. They concoct ways to get around the same types of things that we have to deal with every day. Imagine that happening to you, right? I don't know. My taxes have gone up, I think, every year since we bought this property. And there ain't a dang thing I can do about it, But these guys, they just know how to work the system. And it's no different as to why he would get into the business of health. He's in the business of health because he's in private equity, right? They have these investment firms, and this is a big part of their dividends that they're making is investing in pharmaceutical companies, investing in these companies. And that is just so perfect that you get to go and be in government and start regulating and lawmaking to, maybe benefit your own investments. That's what happens here. And he's not the only one. This goes on all the time. I mean, from Pelosi's picks, I think there's actually a website or a Twitter account that follows Nancy Pelosi's stock market picks, her investment picks, because she is better at it than anybody else, including, I think, even Warren Buffett. She has a better, I'm just so tired of it. There is definitely, different laws for different people. And I think once the people really understand this and start making decisions that don't allow for this anymore, that's when we'll get real change. But let me tell you, what this guy said about autism when we come back. You're listening to Naturally Inspired Radio. I'm Tammy Cuthbert Garcia. We'll be right back.
Did you know that a single collagen supplement could support your heart health, help protect against EMF exposure, and reduce inflammation all at the same time? Our preferred foundational collagen not only supports radiant skin and joint mobility, but also promotes heart health, reduces inflammation, strengthens hair and nails, provides added protection against the effects of EMF exposure, and so much more. Our favorite collagen is super absorbable and easy to take. Just 1 tablespoon in the morning and another in the evening for maximum benefits. Here's what our listeners have to say.
This collagen is so easy to take, I've noticed a huge difference in my hair and nails after just a few weeks.
Since I started using Tammy's preferred collagen, my joints feel more flexible and my skin looks smoother.
Try it today at naturalinspiredradio.com/collagen. When you purchase from Naturally Inspired, you get access to our group health coaching call and so much more. Go to naturalinspiredradio.com/collagen. Did you know that medicinal mushrooms are excellent for pets? Take our preferred pet health products for joint health, skin health, antioxidant protection, cell health, anti-aging benefits, gut health, liver support, cholesterol regulation, blood pressure support, brain health, anxiety relief, respiratory health, endurance and strength, anti-fatigue, and much more. Available in easy-to-take treats, great tasting gravy, and our pet food blends.
Since adding mushroom dog food to my dog's diet, I've noticed a huge improvement in his energy and coat health. He's like a puppy again, even at 10 years old.
After starting my care on mushroom super sauce, her immune health and digestion have noticeably improved. She's more playful, and her fur has never looked shinier.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order at 720-303-8868. Visit naturalinspiredradio.com/mushroom. That's naturalinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturalinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturalinspiredradio.com.
Let you know, Naturally Inspired Radio is on over 100 video platforms, podcast platforms, social media platforms. Just search your favorite platform for Tammy Cuthbert Garcia or Naturally Inspired Radio. Help us reach more people. Help us by liking posts. Help us by following our channels. Here's what we're going to do. You know, it has been a challenge, to say the least, to get this information out to the public. Starting on regular podcasting being censored, having, my channel taken down from YouTube, not been able to monetize that ever on YouTube because of the nature of the content that I talk about. It's very hard to get this show out there and connected to people. So what happens, though, is when people find me, it happened again, I think yesterday was it yesterday or Wednesday? Wednesday night I went on somebody else's podcast. It was the Cowboy and Indian podcast from Patriot's Prayer. So I went on that. We had a great conversation, and the feedback I got was, "Oh my gosh, I this is incredible." I'm lots of people reached out to me on my text line, and people were commenting on the show. "Wow, this is awesome. This is great information. This is kind of what I've been looking for, to find out true health solutions." So, we hardly ever get any bad feedback. And maybe it's just because I don't know, but we don't. We hardly ever get any bad feedback. But we have gotten a few comments that we have too many commercials. And it has taken us like years to figure out how to do this for a living. And so one of the ways we do it is through commercials, right? We have radio partners. But we want to grow this show. We want to help people connect to real solutions for health and not get sucked into the medical model that leads to more dis-ease and chronic illness. So we've been, I mean, you would not believe the amount of effort we put into what we do, really. It's kind of insane. But we were talking again last night. It's like, well, what can we change? What can we change? Like, what can we do to expand this show and get it out to more people? And we took a couple of the comments. We were going through comments. And the one comment that we get is that we have too many commercials. So here's what we're going to do. And it's a little scary, but we're going to do it. We're going to take our commercials out. We have to leave some in, just to keep going. And we are going to trust that people are going to understand the products that I connect people to. It's a line of non-toxic products that people buy anyway. Multivitamins, protein shakes, wonderful antioxidants, natural skincare, clean laundry detergent, clean makeup, all these types of things. It's all on one website, one place where you can shop. And every time you make a purchase, you help us keep going with this show. You become part of the movement that is looking to shape culture around health, to make America healthier again. And quite honestly, to shut down these corrupt systems that are making people sicker. So we're going to do that. So starting Monday, you were going to have a little bit of a different format. You're going to get the same content. You're going to get more content. And we're going to have, 1 minute of commercials in each short break. So it's kind of exciting. But I would call for you, if you've already done a 30-minute assessment with me, if you are already part of our community, I want to say I'm so grateful for you. I am so grateful for you, and thank you for supporting Naturally Inspired. But if you are not yet a part of the community, I would ask you to consider it. If you're taking supplements, if you're taking vitamins, if you're taking these things anyway, but maybe you're buying them from Costco. Maybe you're buying them from Walmart. Maybe you're buying I have a better product. And let me tell you, just ask any single one of my customers how they are treated. Ask any single one of my customers how they are treated. They get free gifts all the time. I am readily available for them on my text line at any time, question and answer. I do sit downs with people. I'll talk to you and help you connect to real solutions for health. I love doing it. You will never get that type of service from Costco. You will never get that type of service from Walmart. I would challenge you where you could even get that kind of service. So consider it. I'd be so grateful if you did support this movement. We want to grow it. We want to, do things that inspire people to turn their health around. 76% of the American population with a chronic illness is unacceptable. It is unacceptable. It's not your fault, though, because there's been some very shady dealings that have led to the explosion of disease in this country. But it is your responsibility to turn the ship around. And if we can get enough people to understand how to curate health, then we can truly make a difference in our country. Bring that number way down. So I invite you to join us at naturallyinspiredstore.com. Make a purchase. You'll get a welcome from me. And you'll get to attend our Tuesday night weekly wellness workshops. You'll have priority access on my text line and so much more. And many people are getting wonderful results and are very happy with the results that they're getting. I want you to be one of them. So go to naturallyinspiredstore.com today. Pritzker, on the other hand, I wouldn't put him in the same class as me. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely not in his class. Billionaire, from billionaire daddy, what is it? A trust fund, I guess, some kind of, he didn't work for it, I guess is what I'm trying to spit out here on this Friday afternoon. He definitely didn't work for it. This has been handed over to him. And he's continuing the legacy, carrying the torch. This really fired me up. This is J.B. Pritzker. Just watch. I'll try to get my words together. Blah, 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 blah.
Autistic people and their families deserve our support. Autism is not an epidemic. It's a difference in how the brain works. A difference that, with support, allows people to thrive and contribute and have full lives. Autism is not caused by vaccines. I want to repeat that so everyone can hear it, and hopefully anybody that's tuning in. Autism is not caused by vaccines. It's not caused by Tylenol. If you're pregnant and your doctor recommends acetaminophen, let me repeat that word for anybody who doesn't know how to pronounce it. If your doctor recommends acetaminophen, you should ignore the recommendation of the president that you fight like hell not to take it. And his advice that mothers should avoid doctor-recommended medications and just tough it out during pregnancy is reckless, and frankly, it's insulting. Contrary to RFK Jr.'s bigoted evaluation, autistic people are not tragedies. They are students, they are workers, they are neighbors, artists, athletes, and thinkers who strengthen our community.
This makes me want to come out of my skin. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Autism isn't an epidemic? You don't think these kids, 1 in 33, you don't think that's an epidemic? Bigoted evaluations. You're talking about Bobby Kennedy Jr., who has dedicated the last 19 years of his life trying to help families. Well, people like you accuse them of being conspiratorial and stupid. And you don't know, don't confuse my medical degree with your Google degree. Well, first of all, you don't seem to be able to curate health in your own body. Second of all, people with autism, yeah, I know this is going to make people really mad, but I really don't care. People with autism are not working. They're not, gainfully employed. They aren't capable of that. Families with truly autistic children struggle. And if you ask, I just read somebody's story about how, their nephew has to be zipped into bed at night, and her sister is exhausted and changing the diapers of her 16-year-old autistic son. Is he getting a job? See, the medical model did this on purpose. What they have done is they have expanded the spectrum. Oh, autism is a spectrum. Is it? I don't think so. I think what he's describing here is something totally different. Totally different. I'll tell you what I think it is when we come back. This is Naturally Inspired Radio.
Are achy joints holding you back? Are you tired of stiffness slowing you down? It's time to restore with Joint Restore Gummies from Prosper CBD. These delicious strawberry-flavored gummies aren't just tasty. They're designed to soothe joint discomfort, promote flexibility, and help you move freely again. No more messy creams or bitter pills. Just one gummy a day to get you back to doing what you love. Best of all, no prescription needed.
My husband was headed towards knee surgery, and I was having hip pain. A friend recommended these. We tried them, and they worked great. We noticed a difference right away.
Right now, Prosper Wellness is offering a special deal, so don't wait. Go to jointrestore1.com. That's jointrestore1.com. Grab your Joint Restore gummies today. Be sure to use the promo code TAMMY, TAMMY, for 20% off your order.
Did you know 80% of beef consumed in the U.S. comes from 4 major corporations, much of it being imported or processed with additives? Want real beef from a real farm? Pumpkin Creek Ranch does things the right way. Local, grass-fed, dry-aged beef with no additives, no shortcuts, just honest quality.
Pumpkin Creek Ranch beef is the real deal. I love knowing exactly where my meat comes from. No additives, no nonsense, just honest quality beef.
Best beef I've ever had. You can taste the difference. Rich, tender, and packed with real flavor. Plus, supporting a local ranch makes it even better.
From pasture to plate, they raise their cattle with care, so you can get rich, natural flavor that only real ranching can provide. Stock your freezer with premium beef you can trust. Visit pumpkincreekranchco.com or call 970-658-0176.
Did you know that detoxing daily can help remove up to 70% of the toxins in your body? Let me share 3 real stories about how Greska's C60 has helped people feel their best every day. John from Denver, Colorado says,
I've always struggled with seasonal allergies, but since I started taking Greska C60 every day, my symptoms have significantly improved. I don't feel congested or tired all the time. It's been an amazing daily detox for my body, and I feel so much more energized.
Emily from Portland, Oregon says,
As an athlete, I was looking for a way to keep my body clean and detoxed. Greska C60 has been a great addition to my routine. I feel less bloated and I feel more clear-headed. Plus, it's helped me with occasional muscle stiffness and aches after intense workouts.
Visit C60.com or call 720-600-6040 today to start your own journey. Use promo code TAMMY at checkout for a special discount.
I'm sorry, but this ignorance gets me totally worked up. I don't know what autism is, I guess, anymore, because autistic families, they tend to have a similar story. Their story is they had a healthy baby, and the baby was, going along, passing milestones, and then they went to another well baby visit, and these are thousands of stories. They're all documented on Children's Health Defense. Children's Health Defense goes around the country with a bus, and they record people's stories, and it's just remarkable how many of them are the same. The exact same story. How they had a healthy baby, everything was fine. There was nothing detected at birth or anything like that. And then suddenly they start going to well baby visits, and then they started regressing. So, that's a very real experience. Here's a clear list, apparently, of autism spectrum disorder, okay? Difficulty with social back and forth interaction, limited eye contact, trouble understanding social cues, facial expressions, tone of voice, gestures. I think you could add sarcasm in there. Difficulty forming or maintaining friendships, repetitive behaviors like hand flapping, rocking, spinning, repeating words, phrases, strong need for routine or sameness, distress with changes, highly focused, intense interest in specific topics, sensory sensitivities, delayed or unusual speech, repeating words, flat or monotone voice or unusual speech, limited use of gestures, difficulty with imaginative or pretend play, strong attachment to objects or unusual interests in parts of objects, clumsiness or difficulties with coordination in some cases. Do you know that we have adult onset autism now? Adult onset, okay? So what I'm saying is that perhaps we need a redefinition of autism then, because, in this little talk here, he's like, there are artists, it's a cool thing to have a diagnosis of autism. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Are you so desperate to be special that you want a medical diagnosis? Do you know how sick this is? It is so sickening. A social contagion, an addiction, a yearning to have a medical condition. I need a label to be special. This is what makes me special. You make yourself special, right? You're special to the people you are a part of their lives, right? The people who love you, you're special to. You don't need to be special to the whole world. There's a mental illness here. It's behavioral. It's not medical. It's behavioral. It's taught. It's been reinforced. There's an element of victimization that we have this kind of victim Olympics type of thing going on where you think that's bad. Look at my challenges. I can't relate. I can't relate to this. It's not right. It is, it doesn't empower people. It actually takes their power from them. Why are we so desperate to be labeled? You think that you're going to get a label and then you're going to get a pill and you're going to be fixed? It's a lie. You're going to get a label, you're going to get a pill, and you're going to get worse. You're going to get worse. You're not going to get better. You know why? Because that is not treating root cause. If you have trouble making eye contact with people, I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. Go out every day and force yourself to make eye contact with people. You'll get comfortable with it. You're unpracticed. You're unpracticed at it. You got to practice social skills. And if you're allowed to be on your portal all day, every day, and this has been your chief parent, if this is the thing that you've been interacting with more than you've been interacting with people, you're going to have difficulty with eye contact. You're going to have difficulty with understanding inflection in voice. You're definitely going to have trouble with things like sarcasm, because pretty hard to express sarcasm through text and through phone, right? Through technology. People are nuanced. That's what makes us great. We're nuanced. We're different. We have different mannerisms. You feel differently in front of people based on how they make you feel because of the way they conduct themselves. You got to figure out, how do I deal with these types of people, right? How can I connect with my community? It's a skill set, and a lot of people are losing it. They don't have a medical diagnosis. They have literally changed their brains through too much consumption of technology. Oprah's talking about it now. Oprah, I played for you yesterday. Oprah's talking about how, it's a real problem, technology addiction. You know what? It's more than technology addiction. You've changed your brain. Your patterns, your neural pathways in your brain are different than, say, somebody like you or me, because we grew up without technology. We didn't grow up with our brains being trained by virtual reality. And these younger people did. There's a gap in their ability to be able to relate in reality. There's also this victim mentality that it's a lie that is conveyed through the virtual reality, that you should never feel any pain, and that your kitchen should always be clean, and you should be rich, and you should be able to buy whatever you want, and this is the way everybody should live. And if you're not living that way, you must be sick and need a pill. There must be something wrong with you, keeping you from living the life that everybody else is living on social media. It's weird though, because when I look on social media, everybody's thin, everybody's pretty, everybody has the thickest hair, everybody has the biggest lips, everybody's got the greatest boobs. And when I go to the grocery store, I don't see any of those people. It's so bizarre. Disneyland, when you go to Disneyland, you would think, because everybody loves to go to Disneyland, you think you would be in a sea of models. But you're not, are you? These people who have been raised on social media and raised on technology are having a struggle because they cannot square in their brains what happens on here is fake and what happens out here is real. They can't square it because they don't have enough experience in the real world. And we've created that. And so we need a campaign. We need a campaign. I saw there's a guy, Andy, I can't remember his last name. Andy, no, I actually think he's like I think he's a former Democrat or something like that. But he's actually started a company that pays you to not be on your phone. It's like a reverse phone plan. Very interesting concept. And I think we need it. I think we're in dire need of it. Throw away the labels. For goodness sake, you're good enough. We'll be right back.
Did you know that a single collagen supplement could support your heart health, help protect against EMF exposure, and reduce inflammation all at the same time? Our preferred foundational collagen not only supports radiant skin and joint mobility, but also promotes heart health, reduces inflammation, strengthens hair and nails, provides added protection against the effects of EMF exposure, and so much more. Our favorite collagen is super absorbable and easy to take. Just 1 tablespoon in the morning and another in the evening for maximum benefits. Here's what our listeners have to say.
This collagen is so easy to take, I've noticed a huge difference in my hair and nails after just a few weeks.
Since I started using Tammy's preferred collagen, my joints feel more flexible and my skin looks smoother.
Try it today at naturalinspiredradio.com/collagen. When you purchase from Naturally Inspired, you get access to our group health coaching call and so much more. Go to naturalinspiredradio.com/collagen. Did you know that medicinal mushrooms are excellent for pets? Take our preferred pet health products for joint health, skin health, antioxidant protection, cell health, anti-aging benefits, gut health, liver support, cholesterol regulation, blood pressure support, brain health, anxiety relief, respiratory health, endurance and strength, anti-fatigue, and much more. Available in easy-to-take treats, great-tasting gravy, and our pet food blends.
Since adding mushroom dog food to my dog's diet, I've noticed a huge improvement in his energy and coat health. He's like a puppy again, even at 10 years old.
After starting my care on mushroom super sauce, her immune health and digestion have noticeably improved. She's more playful, and her fur has never looked shinier.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order at 720-303-8868. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom. That's naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturallyinspiredradio.com.
I've dealt with joint stiffness and low energy for a long time. Since starting the cellular reset, my recovery after workouts has been smoother and I don't hit that midday slump as often. It's made a noticeable difference in how I feel day to day. Thank you, Tammy, for your radio show and all you do to share real solutions for health. That's from Lisa in Austin, Texas. You can try our cellular reset today. And as a member, you'll enjoy 15% discount on every order. There's a money back guarantee. You get free and flat rate shipping options, loyalty points towards free product, and priority access to my health text line for questions, VIP access to our weekly wellness workshops, and so much more. If you're not signed up for my Substack too, I will say right now, if you refer a friend to me, so I have this 30-minute assessment, and when you fill out the form to book your assessment, there's a little field in there now that says referred by. And if you share the link with somebody and they book an assessment with me and you get them to put your name in the referred by field on the booking sheet, I will send you a free gift. And it is a 5-day supply of the cellular reset. So if you've been thinking, oh, I want to try this, that's a great way to do it too. I mean, you could book an appointment yourself. And I'm happy to go through all of the things, that may be keeping you from your optimum health journey. Like I said, it's a 30-minute session. We talk about a lot of different things. But also, if you've already had a session with me and you're happy with what you're doing and things are working out for you and you think, man, my sister, my brother, my mom, my dad, they could really benefit from a session with her. Well, you can get a little gift for referring them. So head on over to naturallyinspiredstore.com/assessment. And you can share that link with anybody and get a nice little gift for your referral. Your referrals mean so much to me. So thank you so much for doing that. For today's Naturally Inspired moment, I want to talk about leading when you're all alone in your beliefs. Many of us experienced this during COVID, and we weren't prepared for it. Maybe you were the only person at your workplace that knew what the heck was going on. And, you were watching podcasts on your own and just thinking like, oh my gosh, everyone around me is crazy. I'm on my own here. Or maybe it was your family Maybe you were the only person in your family that understood what was going on. And it's a tough spot to be in. So I think we may be heading into more times like that. I mean, it's a skill set to lead, but it's a different skill set to lead when you're the first one to realize what's going on. When you're the one you're the one, like, saying this is how it is, and you're the only one that knows at that point, right? That's a tough spot to be in, but it is a leadership role. And I think we have to practice it. It's a skill set. Leadership often begins in solitude, and the first person you must persuade is yourself. When no one else is watching, when the room feels empty, when the road looks like it's uncertain, that's where true leaders are born. So to lead, when you're all alone, you need to anchor yourself in your vision. People don't follow because you demand it. They follow because you carry a conviction that's unshakable. When you are clear about your purpose and committed to living it authentically, others can feel that. Persuasion isn't about flashy words. It's not about the quiet strength, or it is about, rather, the quiet strength of consistency, courage, and faith in what you stand for. When others see you walk the path, even when no one else is walking with you, they begin to trust that it's real. If you're willing to put yourself out on a limb like that, people, at first, I think the saying is like, at first they laugh at you, and then they get mad at you, and then, there's a grace period, and then they start to believe you, right? It's a tough road to get to that point when they start to believe you, but it does happen. And these are the steps to it. So here are 5 points on how to lead when you're all alone and persuade others to follow. Number 1, lead yourself first. The strongest leaders master their own habits, thoughts, and actions before asking anyone else to follow. It's so true, right? Because when you're up against a crowd that is like, they're skeptical of you, they don't believe you, they're on the other side, they're looking for you to falter. Well, you don't do that yourself, right? So it's very important when you're looking to lead that you stay on task, right? You don't have to be perfect, but you have to be, you have to adhere to your own beliefs and principles. And if you do fall off of things, you got to accept and responsibility for that, right? So you got to lead with yourself first. Number 2, live your vision out loud. So when you embody your purpose consistently, people notice and are drawn to authenticity. Number 3, show courage in solitude. Standing firm when no one stands with you proves your conviction is real, not just convenient. Build trust through action. Quiet consistency persuades more than speeches. Action becomes your persuasion, also known as results. Right? I mean, think about that now. Did we die from COVID? You can't really argue with the unvaccinated at this point, right? Because we've seen so many people that have suffered from side effects from the injections. And we argued and we tried to persuade and we begged in some cases, right? We begged people not to inject themselves with that. And sometimes it wasn't enough and people did it anyway. But given all the information that has come out now and all of the people that have suffered, it's just quietly gone away, hasn't it? Nobody's really, I'm sure there are cases. My inbox is not full of apologies. I don't know if yours is, but mine is not full of apologies. But, they told us we were going to die. They told us we were killing people. And none of that was the truth, of course. So you can't argue with results, but you have to be willing to adhere to the principals to get those results, to earn that credibility. Attract, don't chase. True followers appear when they see you walking the path with integrity, not when you pressure them to join. Modeling is so powerful. And I think most of us, we learn that through parenting, right? Some of the stuff we were trying to model, some of the stuff we weren't trying to model, but it was very effective. You know, we were subconsciously just doing what we do. But those children are watching all the time. They're watching how what kinds of results you get. And they're internalizing that. And so it's super important for you to be someone who is following their own advice, someone that is, sticking to their beliefs, to their values. That's all you can do. It's so frustrating. And I have a lot of empathy for people who are in families where they are the only one in that family that understands kind of what is happening in the world on this level, right? Understanding that government agencies were captured, understanding that there's more at play here, that this whole thing hasn't been just about health and saving grandma. We have an entire agenda being rolled out upon us. Digital ID, right? All of the different components of the Great Reset. And it must be very isolating to be in a family where you're the only person that knows that. But all we can do is be a model for what we want to see more of. And so, that is the best thing that we can do, is just be a walking model of the things we want to see more of. And then, making sure that you feed yourself as well, and then go back into the unit where you're the only one. Making sure that you connect outside of that unit to a community like Naturally Inspired, or, something in your community where you have people that are of like minds, so you can feed yourself, prepare yourself, and then you go back into the unit and you be a model of what you want to see more of. Tough spot to be in, but I hope that helps. You can lead. You were built for leadership. This is Naturally Inspired Radio. I'm Tammy Cuthbert-Garcia. Hour 2 is coming up. Stay tuned.
Are you ready? Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio. Save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturallyinspiredradio.com.
Nearly 40% of Americans struggle with a $400 emergency expense. An extra $300 a month can be the difference between stability and financial stress.
Are you feeling the pinch of rising expenses? Imagine what an extra $300, $500, or even $1,000 a month can do for you. Introducing a simple 3-step system designed to help you create a steady income without the overwhelm. Step 1, follow our easy-to-use plan. Step 2, take small, consistent actions. Step 3, stay motivated with weekly coaching designed to keep you on track and moving forward. Whether you're saving for a family vacation, paying down debt, or just looking for breathing room, this system is for you. You don't need special skills, just the desire to make change. Join a growing community of success stories today. Visit simpleincome.info or text 720-764-7448.
Welcome to Naturally Inspired Radio, where we expose what's broken in the healthcare system, connect you to real health solutions, and inspire you to take back control of your life. We want to help you feel empowered, informed, and free to live naturally without fear, confusion, or dependency. Download our latest book on real solutions for health at naturallyinspiredradio.com. Naturally Inspired Radio is a nationally syndicated show broadcast on over 100 radio stations, online platforms, video channels, and podcast feeds. Follow us on your favorite platform today, hit that like button, leave a comment, and engage in our special live stream chats, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com to learn more, register for our weekly giveaway, and explore past episodes. You can also connect directly with Tammy, follow her on all major social media platforms, and discover more about our featured guests and trusted radio partners. Are you looking for better health? Work with Tammy today and take the first step toward a healthier, more empowered lifestyle. Schedule your complimentary 30-minute lifestyle assessment to explore personalized guidance on nutrition, movement, toxin-free living, and natural beauty without pharma. Get started now and discover Tammy's preferred health products at naturallyinspiredstore.com or text Tammy directly 720-303-8868. Love the show and want to support the movement? Head over to naturallyinspiredradio.com and click on the support tab. There you'll find all the ways you can get involved. Join our Naturally Inspired community, become a preferred customer, attend one of our amazing live events, get your backstage pass for exclusive access, and connect to all things naturally inspired. Thank you for tuning in today. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Did you know that a single collagen supplement could support your heart health, help protect against EMF exposure, and reduce inflammation all at the same time? Our preferred foundational collagen not only supports radiant skin and joint mobility, but also promotes heart health, reduces inflammation, strengthens hair and nails, provides added protection against the effects of EMF exposure, and so much more. Our favorite collagen is super absorbable and easy to take. Just 1 tablespoon in the morning and another in the evening for maximum benefits. Here's what our listeners have to say.
This collagen is so easy to take, I've noticed a huge difference in my hair and nails after just a few weeks.
Since I started using Tammy's preferred collagen, my joints feel more flexible and my skin looks smoother.
Try it today at naturallyinspiredradio.com/collagen. When you purchase from Naturally Inspired, you get access to our group health coaching call and so much more. Go to naturallyinspiredradio.com/collagen.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturallyinspiredradio.com.
The information and other content provided on this radio show or in any linked materials is provided for informational purposes only, not intended and should not be construed as medical advice. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment.
Welcome back. This is Naturally Inspired Radio. In the first hour, we're heading into the second hour already. I can't believe how fast my time goes with you. It is Friday, and I'm stumbling on my words all day today. So I don't know. I think it's just time for a little break. I think that's the case. But anyway, I welcome you back to the second hour. In the first hour, we've been talking about J.B. Pritzker and his outrageous claims about autism and how autistic people are, they're the artists and the musicians and, everything's fine with them. And autism's not an epidemic. And Bobby Kennedy is a bigot. You're so gross. You're so gross with your billions and your corporate capture. And I wonder, did they have a board meeting at the Pritzker family? It's like, who do we get in so that we can manipulate regulation so that we can expand our empire? Because that's what happens. You could just see it. You just see it all over the place, right? Anyway, he's gross. And we got a real problem with not only biomedical induced autism, where our children are being poisoned. We have this spectrum now of diagnosis where people are not going to get the help that they need because they're not looking at it through an honest filter, right? They're not looking at it like, what's really going on here? This group right here, this is probably technology-induced behavior disorder. It's been, they need to get out of the technology and get into reality so they can build up their skill set. This group over here, they've been biologically injured. We need to detox. We need to, consider the MTHFR gene and its impact on their health. And, we'll probably need to do ketogenic diet therapeutically, fasting, gut microbiome. That's what the biological group needs is research. Okay. And these other spectrums, or the spectrum of, I don't know what it is now. We've got so many labels: neurodivergent, ADD, ADHD, autism. This is going to have to be parsed apart because this group over here, this biomedical injury group, they need our help. They need our help really bad. These families are in crisis. And we're talking, imagine, I don't have to go down the whole story, but just imagine you have a baby and they're fine and then they're not fine, and then they're incapable of growing into an adult and taking care of themselves. We have an epidemic of this. And what is that going to, even just from a future perspective, right? What does the future look like with this many people that can't function and operate? So this guy, he's just gross. I don't know what else to say about it. Anyway, we did talk about that a lot. I want to get into some news now. Yeah. Did you know that there's aluminum in Tylenol? So there's a new research paper out, Dr. Christopher Exley, and he has written about aluminum and Tylenol aluminum exposure. So I just want to, got the talking points here that I want to share with you. So Tylenol, or acetaminophen, contributes to body burden of aluminum. So in this article, Tylenol, Autism, and All That, that's the name of the article, Exley claims that products such as Tylenol contribute towards the body burden of aluminum, i.e. dose adds some aluminum load to the body. Aluminum in human brain tissue is elevated in neurological conditions. More broadly, in his peer-reviewed work, Exley has demonstrated that human brain tissues from donors with Alzheimer's disease, autism spectrum disorder, and multiple sclerosis have significantly higher aluminum concentrations compared with control brains. So high aluminum levels in brains of autistic individuals. In work on autism, Exley and co-authors measured aluminum levels in brain tissue from individuals diagnosed with autism and described some of those levels as some of the highest values yet recorded. They also used aluminum selective fluorescence microscopy to localize aluminum in brain tissues. So aluminum co-located with amyloid in familial Alzheimer's disease. In research on familiar genetic Alzheimer's disease, Exley and colleagues showed that aluminum deposits in the brain tend to co-locate spatially with amyloid plaques, suggesting a possible mechanism association between aluminum and hallmark pathological markers of Alzheimer's. Aluminum is a non-essential neurotoxic metal capable of chronic accumulation. So there's a lot to be unpacked here. And these people like Pritzker are laughing. They're laughing at the science that they so boldly throw around, that it's so important. Science, it's so important, but yet it's very curated science, right? It's the science that they choose. It's the science that they want to push forward that just so happens to, support their business model, because they're all invested in it, in the products. They pay for the science. They're invested in the products, right? They need to sell the products. They need for the whole system to work. Otherwise, just like we were covering yesterday with Ozempic, right? Why do you think the push is to get Ozempic covered by Medicaid and Medicare? Because once it's covered by the government, then all the poor people that are on those that are on Medicaid, they'll have access to it. They're going to sell tons more product, and you're going to pay for it. I mean, it's mandating your own product into the marketplace. That's what it is. And they're permitted to do that. So when somebody comes up with information like this, of course they don't want this. They don't want anybody to know about this. There's calls to re-examine widespread use of aluminum additives exposure sources based on this body of research that he has done. Exley advocates for a reconsideration of aluminum use in consumer products, pharmaceutical formulations, vaccines, food, essentially urging more precaution and stricter regulation of aluminum exposure. Well, what about deodorant? Right? I think everybody knows now. I mean, there's many products on the market now that say, doesn't contain aluminum, because we know it's linked to breast cancer. And for years, people are using this kind of deodorant. There's no correlation. Breast cancer rates are escalating yearly. Then they bring in something like, well, early detection's going to fix it. No, that's another stream of income. That's another stream of income from the medical model. Early detection, yearly mammograms. Let's take what's causing it. Let's try to figure out what's causing it. Oh, no, it's genetic, it's idiopathic. We don't know. You see, there's some fundamental things, beliefs that keep the medical model chugging along. One of it's idiopathic, screening is another one. Health insurance, right? Health insurance dictating protocol. There's all these little pieces. And this is like, and mandating and approving pharmaceutical products through government entities like Medicaid and Medicare. Because once you're locked into Medicaid and Medicare, you don't have any choice in how you're being treated there, because it's all coming from the top down. Well, it's not Medicare approved, you can't get it. It's not Medicaid approved, you can't get it. It's a monopoly, and it's gridlocked, right? It's just stuck like that. And until we break it apart, we're not going to get different results. How do we break it apart? We step out of the model. It's not easy, but you have to become personally responsible for your health. You have to become personally responsible for living in prevention and understanding how dis-ease happens in the body. It isn't idiopathic. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Did you know that a single collagen supplement could support your heart health, help protect against EMF exposure, and reduce inflammation all at the same time? Our preferred foundational collagen not only supports radiant skin and joint mobility, but also promotes heart health, reduces inflammation, strengthens hair and nails, provides added protection against the effects of EMF exposure, and so much more. Our favorite collagen is super absorbable and easy to take. Just 1 tablespoon in the morning and another in the evening for maximum benefits. Here's what our listeners have to say.
This collagen is so easy to take, I've noticed a huge difference in my hair and nails after just a few weeks.
Since I started using Tammy's preferred collagen, my joints feel more flexible and my skin looks smoother.
Try it today at naturalinspiredраdio.com/collagen. When you purchase from Naturally Inspired, you get access to our group health coaching call and so much more. Go to naturalinspiredradio.com/collagen. Did you know that medicinal mushrooms are excellent for pets? Take our preferred pet health products for joint health, skin health, antioxidant protection, sow health, anti-aging benefits, gut health, liver support, cholesterol regulation, blood pressure support, brain health, anxiety relief, respiratory health, endurance and strength, anti-fatigue, and much more. Available in easy-to-take treats, great-tasting gravy, and our pet food blends.
Since adding mushroom dog food to my dog's diet, I've noticed a huge improvement in his energy and coat health. He's like a puppy again, even at 10 years old.
After starting my care on mushroom super sauce, her immune health and digestion have noticeably improved. She's more playful, and her fur has never looked shinier.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order at 720-303-8868. Visit naturalinspiredradio.com/mushroom. That's naturalinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturalinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturalinspiredradio.com.
I want to personally thank new customers, Kelly, Dave, Michelle, Lindsay, Ann, Peggy, Will, Josh, and Kevin. Thank you so much for being a part of the Naturally Inspired community. Also, don't forget to register to win, because we have a winner every Friday. We have a winner. Go to naturallyinspiredstore.com, and right at the top there, well, you can do /win, naturallyinspiredstore.com /win. But there's a black button there that says, enter to win. You want to take advantage of that. We give away free product every week, so you might as well enter to win, right? Who doesn't love free product? So head on over there to register, naturallyinspiredstore.com /win. And today's winner is Lyle King. Lyle King is today's winner. So if you are listening, Lyle, make sure you reach out to claim your prize. Jason will have a few questions for you. Make sure he's got your address right, all that stuff. And you can do a 30-minute assessment with me, and that'll help me pick what products to give you. So, Lyle King, welcome to the Naturally Inspired community. We're so glad that you're here. All right, let's get on to some more news stories. Hillary Clinton is, I've put it together now. I've put it together. It's like, oh, this is Hillary's job. Hillary's job is going to be to censor you, everybody. She's going to use her little daughter to do that through podcasting and combating misinformation. And she's calling for being able to censor. So check out this clip.
Anti-free speech movements that have coalesced. One is in Europe, where it has laid waste to free speech. Germany, France, England, free speech has been eviscerated. And also places like Canada. The U.S. anti-free speech movement began in higher education, then metastasized throughout the government. But this has all reached our shores now. The Berlin World Forum followed the remarks of Vice President Vance on free speech, and the EU was red hot. They gathered in Berlin, and it was the most anti-free speech gathering I've ever been part of. There's only two of us from the free speech community. And they are committed. And, you know, Hillary Clinton was there, and she really fueled the anger. I mean, she, when Twitter was purchased by Elon Musk, she called on the EU to use the infamous Digital Services Act, which is one of the most anti-free speech pieces of legislation in decades. And she called upon the EU to use the DSA to force the censorship of American citizens, force people like Musk to censor. It's an extraordinary act by someone who was once a presidential candidate in the United States. But they are committed to it. And after the World Forum, they further globalized this effort, and they are threatening companies like X with ruinous fines unless they resume.
I just feel like Hillary Clinton's just the gift that keeps on giving. You know what I mean? It's like she just can't stop. Like the Clinton Foundation hasn't gobbled up enough profits where they could just sail off into the sunset and leave everybody alone. No, can't do that. They got to stay involved. And the way that they're involved is through health. They also have a vaccine company. And through COVID, we learned that they have a very powerful grip on a vaccine company, right? The NIAID, they were funding studies for people like Andy. What is his last name now? I can't remember. Tess Lowry. Tess Lowry did a video with him, and he was a scientist working for NIAID, and he through Hillary Clinton received a great deal of pressure not to publish the truth about ivermectin. And so these people still, because he was, he was under their funding. He was under their funding. And Hillary Clinton, her organization put the kibosh on him being able to write anything that would suggest that there was a viable treatment available for COVID. And there was several viable treatments for COVID. Dr. Tess Lowry filmed her Zoom call with this researcher and put it all over the internet, and so you can still find it, where she says to him point blank, "Who is applying pressure to you? People are dying." She pleads with him, "People are dying. Please retract your study. Please put the truth out. Ivermectin is helping people." And he would not do it, and he did not do it. And the reason why is because if there is any such viable treatment on the market, then an emergency use authorization cannot be granted for a novel product like the mRNA injections. And so that was just heartbreaking to watch that, and disgusting, absolutely disgusting. But those are your Clintons. And now Chelsea's launching a podcast funded by the Clinton Foundation, of course, to combat misinformation around health. Let me tell you, they want to get that needle in your arm. They want that needle in your arm. They want to perpetuate chronic illness because they have solutions for chronic illness. and they have solutions for climate change, and they're invested in all of those things. And so they need you to be a good little compliant soldier and take your injections like a good little citizen and eat the poison food like a good little citizen and take the health care like a good little citizen. Use your digital ID to access all of the resources. I mean, it couldn't be more clear. And now look at what's happened in the UK. They have you're watching people get hauled away to jail for Facebook posts because words are violence. Words are violence. And your social media post, I just saw something recently by Katie Hopkins, who's an entertainer. She is a comedian and an entertainer in the UK. And she's had her life ripped apart. I mean, I knew she was under a lot of pressure, and I knew that, it was pretty intense for her, but I had no idea that they had come after her home, that she had been, pushed into bankruptcy, that they'd even attacked her parenting and her ability to stay with her children. I mean, it is just insane what some people have gone through for the right to free speech. And I hope America can see this, because definitely Hillary Clinton is on it, She is on it. She is going to silence us. She's going to silence whoever she possibly can, so that the only information you get is shut up, take your digital ID, take your mRNA injections, take the broken healthcare system and love it. It's like, I know a lot of people, say this to me. It's like, well, how much money do they really need? Are they really doing it for the money? No. They're not doing it for the money anymore. Of course not. They've got plenty of money. These people are evil. They're downright evil. And I know that's like, oh, they're not evil. No, yes, they are. Yes, they are. There is an evil cabal of people that are heavily invested in these companies. And these companies have worked their way into our government. So now they are more powerful than our government. And that's truly what we are living in. Do not fool yourself. Do not be naive. These people are straight up evil. They practice things and rituals and religions we don't even know about. And that's the truth. I think a lot more people are coming on to the truth. I mean, I've known that for a very long time. I've understood that. I know that, and I try to be a light in the world. That's all you can do. That's all you can do, is try to combat the darkness with your light and try to bring hope and try to bring, inspiration to people, so that we can kind of collectively upregulate the human frequency into more positive frequency, into more light, right? And get people closer to God. That's all we can really do, is be role models. But these people should not be underestimated in their evil capacity. Because why? Why do you want to censor everything? I don't care if Chelsea Clinton has a podcast. I don't want to shut her up. I'm like, keep talking. Keep talking, please. You know why? Because your results suck. All the things that you recommend promote lead to more dis-ease and more heartache. So if you want to keep talking, do it up. We get real results here. We really, truly get results here. You can't compete with that. So you have to shut us up. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Are achy joints holding you back? Are you tired of stiffness slowing you down? It's time to restore with Joint Restore Gummies from Prosper CBD. These delicious strawberry-flavored gummies aren't just tasty. They're designed to soothe joint discomfort, promote flexibility, and help you move freely again. No more messy creams or bitter pills. Just one gummy a day to get you back to doing what you love. Best of all, no prescription needed.
My husband was headed towards knee surgery, and I was having hip pain. A friend recommended these. We tried them, and they worked great. We noticed a difference right away.
Right now, Prosper Wellness is offering a special deal, so don't wait. Go to jointrestore1.com. That's jointrestore1.com. Grab your Joint Restore gummies today. Be sure to use the promo code TAMMY, TAMMY, for 20% off your order.
Did you know 80% of beef consumed in the U.S. comes from 4 major corporations, much of it being imported or processed with additives? Want real beef from a real farm? Pumpkin Creek Ranch does things the right way. Local, grass-fed, dry-aged beef with no additives, no shortcuts, just honest quality.
Pumpkin Creek Ranch beef is the real deal. I love knowing exactly where my meat comes from. No additives, no nonsense, just honest quality beef.
Best beef I've ever had. You can taste the difference. Rich, tender, and packed with real flavor. Plus, supporting a local ranch makes it even better.
From pasture to plate, they raise their cattle with care, so you can get rich, natural flavor that only real ranching can provide. Stock your freezer with premium beef you can trust. Visit pumpkincreekranchco.com or call 970-658-0176.
Did you know that detoxing daily can help remove up to 70% of the toxins in your body? Let me share 3 real stories about how Greska's C60 has helped people feel their best every day. John from Denver, Colorado says,
I've always struggled with seasonal allergies, but since I started taking Greska C60 every day, my symptoms have significantly improved. I don't feel congested or tired all the time. It's been an amazing daily detox for my body, and I feel so much more energized.
Emily from Portland, Oregon says,
As an athlete, I was looking for a way to keep my body clean and detoxed. Greska C60 has been a great addition to my routine. I feel less bloated and I feel more clear-headed. Plus, it's helped me with occasional muscle stiffness and aches after intense workouts.
Visit c60.com or call 720-600-6040 today to start your own journey. Use promo code TAMMY at checkout for a special discount.
I started using the liquid collagen a few months ago after noticing my skin was looking a little dull and my joints were feeling stiff. Since then, I've seen a real improvement. My skin feels smoother, my hair looks healthier, and even my knees don't ache the way they used to after long walks. I'm so glad I found this through Naturally Inspired. It's become part of my daily routine. Thank you, Karen from Phoenix, Arizona, so much for sharing your story with us. Yeah, everybody needs collagen. Everybody needs collagen. After like 25, you are going to need to supplement with collagen because you lose 1% every year. It's the reason why you're losing mobility. You're not getting old. I mean, you may be getting old in years, but that's not why you're feeling stiff. That's not why you struggle to move like you used to. You don't have the same amount of collagen that you used to. When you try our liquid collagen, you become a member, and so you save 15% discount on all your orders. You get a money back guarantee. So if you don't like it for some strange reason, you send it back, you get a full refund. You get free and flat rate shipping options. You get loyalty points that accumulate every month so you can put them towards free product. You get priority access on my health text line. You get VIP access to our weekly wellness workshop and so much more. All you have to do is become a member at naturallyinspiredstore.com. Buy the collagen. So naturallyinspiredstore.com/collagen. If you have questions, just text me, 720-303-8868. Start your journey today with naturallyinspiredstore.com/collagen. We welcome everybody into the Naturally Inspired community, and we're so grateful for all of you that are already here. Let's talk a little bit. So bigot, racist, misogynist. What are some other ones? Oh, male toxicity. What are your pronouns? Nazi, cis, transphobe, actually anything that ends in phobe. What else? Yeah, I don't care about any of it. I don't care about any of it. None of it makes, I just don't care. You sling them all you want because they don't mean anything anymore. You know, they don't mean anything anymore. Listening to J.B. Pritzker call Bobby Kennedy a bigot, it's just silly. You know, you have to, it's so clear now. So people like Hillary Clinton, they got to shut you up. They want to censor. These people need to be shut down. Misinformation. Like at this, like there's community notes. Like there's so many different ways now to verify with something that's, you know, true or not. And let the people decide, because absolutely everything at this point is up for scrutiny. You guys pushed it too far. Pushed it way too far. You lost your freaking minds, actually. You became untethered from reality, and you tried to float these ridiculous things. And now we're just like, we don't believe a word you say. We're not having it. Don't care. Call me a bigot. Call me a racist. Call me whatever you got to call me. Doesn't matter. Because the end goal is this, you guys. It is complete capture and enslavement through the digital world. It's a race into AI. So who gets control of the population, right? Who gets to facilitate all of the technology that turns this place into a prison planet? What's my stake in the game? That's what Hillary's thinking about. Well, we got to shut these people down. We can't have them talking about stuff, because the minute they're talking about stuff, there goes our vaccine business. There goes a lot of things if we have the free movement of information. So that's the only, I mean, you don't see people who are telling truth trying to censor people like Hillary Clinton. They just, who cares? Keep talking. Nobody likes you at this point. The more you talk, the better off it is. You know what I mean? And now you got your daughter out there doing your dirty work. Okay, great. You know, are we worried? We're not worried. We're not worried. But why are you so worried? Why is she so worried? Because these people want to control every aspect of human behavior. And don't ever forget that. Bobby Kennedy on Megyn Kelly recently reiterating this. He just keeps saying it and saying it. You guys, this is not, he's been saying this for years. Take a listen.
All of these totalitarian regimes have similar features and similar intentions, which is to control every aspect of human behavior. And my point is that none of them have been able to do that in history. That today, however, because of these new technologies like 5G, which allows mass harvest of data and these very, very intense surveillance, satellite, 415,000 satellite, low altitude satellites that are going to be able to look at every square inch of the earth every day, facial recognition systems. We now have these AI systems that can look through walls and see people where they're hiding in buildings. We have vaccine passports, which is a way of social control, digital currencies. We saw what they did to the truckers in Canada, where they closed their bank accounts and denied the money. There's all these new instrumentalities that make the emergence of totalitarianism, what I call turnkey totalitarianism, where they're putting in place all of these instrumentalities now, or they are getting put in place. Let me use the passive voice. And it's going to give people who have those kind of ambitions a level of control over every aspect of our lives and makes dissent and resistance almost impossible. That's the point I was going to.
He's talking about Hillary Clinton there. He's talking about the Clinton Foundation. He's talking about the Bill Gates Foundation. He's talking about the tech bros, the Larry Ellisons of the world, the Peter Thiels of the world. They're all rushing towards the finish line to finish first so that they can be at the helm of capturing the population. Digital currency, 5G, surveillance, facial recognition, vaccine passport, social credit score. It goes on and on. You will be a good little citizen. I still have to bring this topic up because I see it becoming, it's growing. I feel like it's growing every week. And it is the fact that they're going to use mechanisms to push people into accepting digital ID. And the two mechanisms that they're going to use, the bigger ones, is going to be health and safety. Health and safety. When you feel like you don't have access to health, that is going to be something that a lot of people will buckle under. And they will, I've got to do it. Otherwise, I can't get my medication. I've got to do it. Otherwise, I don't have access to emergency services. I've got to do it. We saw this. COVID was a trial run. COVID was just a trial run for this. The ultimate goal has always been this: the digitalization of our society. The mass surveillance of our society. China's already doing it. It works great there. I mean, if you step out of line, you are publicly humiliated and your social credit score goes down. And it doesn't even stop there. If you're associating with people who have lower credit scores, your social credit score will go down. I mean, I don't know that everybody's explored just how far this digital identity is going to permeate our lives. I can't think of anything. When I say AI is going to have an impact on everything, it definitely is. That the digital ID system, it's an enslavement system. It'll affect your food. It'll affect your health. It'll affect your employment. We're already seeing that in the UK. If you don't sign up for this digital ID, you cannot work in the UK. You cannot work in the UK. And I'll be curious to see how many Americans will, because from what I've heard, it is extended into visiting the UK as well. If you're visiting, to work in the UK, I'm thinking about entertainers and stuff. I think you will have to have this digital ID, proof of citizenship, or what have you. Permit to work, visa, whatever. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if Americans go along with it. Stay tuned, everybody. Your health topic is next. How medications cause fatigue. We'll be right back.
Did you know that a single collagen supplement could support your heart health, help protect against EMF exposure, and reduce inflammation all at the same time? Our preferred foundational collagen not only supports radiant skin and joint mobility, but also promotes heart health, reduces inflammation, strengthens hair and nails, provides added protection against the effects of EMF exposure, and so much more. Our favorite collagen is super absorbable and easy to take. Just 1 tablespoon in the morning and another in the evening for maximum benefits. Here's what our listeners have to say.
This collagen is so easy to take, I've noticed a huge difference in my hair and nails after just a few weeks.
Since I started using Tammy's preferred collagen, my joints feel more flexible and my skin looks smoother.
Try it today at naturalinspiredradio.com/collagen. When you purchase from Naturally Inspired, you get access to our group health coaching call and so much more. Go to naturalinspiredradio.com/collagen. Did you know that medicinal mushrooms are excellent for pets? Take our preferred pet health products for joint health, skin health, antioxidant protection, cell health, anti-aging benefits, gut health, liver support, cholesterol regulation, blood pressure support, brain health, anxiety relief, respiratory health, endurance and strength, anti-fatigue, and much more. Available in easy-to-take treats, great-tasting gravy, and our pet food blends.
Since adding mushroom dog food to my dog's diet, I've noticed a huge improvement in his energy and coat health. He's like a puppy again, even at 10 years old.
After starting my care on mushroom super sauce, her immune health and digestion have noticeably improved. She's more playful, and her fur has never looked shinier.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order at 720-303-8868. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom. That's naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturallyinspiredradio.com.
Yeah, a lot of people texting me, asking me about methylated vitamins. Yes, methylated vitamins. You need to get methylated. You might as well just get methylated. MTHFR gene, we've been talking a lot about that. You're going to start hearing a lot about it in the news cycle. I do believe if you follow Maha, if you follow Bobby Kennedy and what he is doing, you're going to start hearing about this. This is something we should probably all know about ourselves, whether we do have this kind of mutation or we don't, because, well, when it comes to our genes, that's the most valuable information that we could get is how to eat for our genes to support, these SNPs that we have in our genome that make us a little more susceptible to this or that, or, we need more of this nutrient because maybe we burn through it a little bit more. Like, that'd be really valuable information for everybody to have. I don't quite understand why we don't do that. Instead, we paint everybody with the same brush and we treat everybody exactly the same, and we wonder why people are ill. It's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like a simple-minded person, but it seems like it makes a whole lot of sense to me. You want to understand how your body works in order to eat for its best outcome. I don't know. Anyway, a lot of people texting me and talking to me about methylated vitamins because I've been on other podcasts talking about this issue, and I've been talking about it a lot here. Here's a testimonial from our methylated vitamins. I've struggled with low energy and brain fog for years, and nothing seemed to help. Since starting the special methylated vitamin blend, my focus is sharper, and I don't feel as drained in the afternoons. It's been a steady, noticeable improvement in how I feel every day. I really appreciate Tammy for bringing attention to solutions like this through her show. It's how I found out about it. That's from Michael in Nashville. Don't forget, when you become a customer of Naturally Inspired, that means you make a purchase, $50, right? If you make a $50 purchase, you become a member. And when you're a member, you get a 15% discount off of retail, off our website. You get a money back guarantee for all the products you buy. You get free and sometimes you get flat rate shipping or sometimes free shipping, depending on how much you buy. You get loyalty points that you can put forth to free product. You get priority access to My Health text line. You get VIP access to our weekly wellness workshop and so much more. Like, why wouldn't you do this? You get a supportive community on your optimum health journey, and you get real solutions for health. I'm going to tell you how it is. I don't give medical advice, but I sure do like to connect you to the right research papers. I sure do like to connect you to the real information, the real solutions for what you have ailing you. Anyway, I don't think I can make that any clearer, but you can text me. Book a session with me. I'd love to chat with you. 720-303-8868. Or you can just go straight to naturallyinspiredstore.com/vitamin to get your, if you know, hey, I must have that MTHFR gene. I must have it because I've been prone to alcohol use. I've been prone to smoking. I suffer with anxiety. I have a hot running nervous system. I don't detox well. I've struggled between constipation and maybe even diarrhea at times. Like, these are all hallmark signals of this. Detox pathways, having a bit of trouble. So try it. Try it. You'll be glad you did. Somebody just tweeted about the show I was on the other night. Said, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that I tried this because I'm like a couple of days into it and already seeing improvement. That can happen. That can happen. You can really turn things around fast when you know how to treat your body. All right, let's get to our health topic today because this is a good one. Call your friends. Call your friends on this one, okay? Because I don't know what happens, but, we get put on these medications. I guess, when we're young, things like antacids or even birth control, allergy medication, things that we've been trained to just believe are just, well, that's no big deal. I've known a lot of people through my life that just take an allergy pill every day and yikes. They have no idea what that's doing, right? Because we're just like, oh, it's just allergies. Why do we have allergies? Why do we have allergies? Let's solve that, right? I just read today they're trying to come up with an mRNA injection to cure all allergies, a universal cure for allergies. Don't you want to know why you're allergic to things? Why are you allergic to things? It's worth pondering. Let me tell you, there's a few reasons why. Anyway, how medications cause fatigue. Because this is a big thing people are dealing with, fatigue. So number one, it's a central nervous system depression issue. So some drugs slow down brain activity, making you feel drowsy or even mentally sluggish. For example, any kind of sedative, any kind of antihistamines, of course, opioids. Number two, lowered blood pressure or heart rate. So medications that dilate blood vessels or reduce cardiac output can leave you feeling weak and lightheaded. Example, blood pressure medication or beta blockers. Number three, electrolyte imbalances, diuretics. A lot of people take water pills, right? And even other meds that alter sodium, potassium, or magnesium levels can reduce your energy and cause muscle fatigue. Number four, blood sugar effects. Some medications can lower blood sugar too much or blunt your body's glucose response, leading to exhaustion. Number five, interference with sleep. Drugs may disrupt sleep architecture, deep sleep, or even your stages of sleep. They may even cause nighttime awakenings, leaving you feeling tired during the day. Number six, hormonal or neurotransmitter changes. Medications that alter serotonin, dopamine, or cortisol can affect your alertness, your mood, and your energy. There are indirect effects as well. Things like nausea, dehydration, nutrient malabsorption, or general malaise from side effects that can drain your energy reserves. So everyday medications that commonly cause fatigue. As I said before, antihistamines. So that's your Benadryls, your Citrazine, your Zyrtec, your Loratadine, Claritin sometimes. Blood pressure meds like beta blockers, metoprolol, alpha blockers, calcium channel blockers, antidepressants like SSRIs. What is it? I'm trying to think. Your commercials. I can see the commercials where the lady's running through the Zolofts. That's what I'm thinking of. Anti-anxiety medication. So benzos, lorazepam, diazepam. They all cause issues like that. Fatigue, rundownness, can't get it together. Just no energy, no vitality. Of course, pain medications, oxycodone, big one that will just zap energy, especially over time. Muscle relaxants, they cause the same thing. Diabetic medications even. So even things like insulin, they can contribute to just fatigue. Statins, like cholesterol-lowering drugs, can contribute to muscle weakness on top of fatigue. Proton pump inhibitors, those are your heartburn pills, right? Those are a big culprit. They are a big culprit, and everybody overlooks it because it's just like, oh, well, it's helping with my heartburn. Yeah, but it's also depleting you of magnesium. And when you're depleted of magnesium, that can lead to really low energy levels and chronic fatigue over time. Antibiotics can cause profound tiredness as a side effect as well. So if I've known people that have chronic infections, whether it's like yeast infections or bacterial infections that keep coming back because your immune system is low. It's not able to. So instead of boosting up your immune system, they keep hammering you with antibiotics, which is like killing your body's natural ability to fight things off. So instead of killing off, boost up, change the diet, get some really good, dense nutrition into your diet, repopulate your gut with prebiotic, probiotic, eat healthy fats, get your body moving, hydrate with electrolytes that bring water into the cell. Plain water is not a good solution to hydration. You need electrolytes in your water to get the cell to pull in the water. It's such a reductionist approach, right? To just constantly be, kill it with this medication, shut it up with this medication. Again, I say it over and over again. They aren't symptoms. They are signals. It's a communication coming from your body. Get curious. Why do I have heartburn? Why do I have allergies? Why is my mood low? Why do I have pain? It's not idiopathic. There's a reason behind it. It takes a little bit of time to dig in. You've got to be a bit of a detective. But you can find the reason. Book your assessment today, naturallyinspiredstore.com/assessment. Have a great weekend, everybody. See you Monday.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio. Save it to your favorites and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturallyinspiredradio.com.
Nearly 40% of Americans struggle with a $400 emergency expense. An extra $300 a month can be the difference between stability and financial stress.
Are you feeling the pinch of rising expenses? Imagine what an extra $300, $500, or even $1,000 a month can do for you. Introducing a simple 3-step system designed to help you create a steady income without the overwhelm. Step 1, follow our easy-to-use plan. Step 2, take small, consistent actions. Step 3, stay motivated with weekly coaching designed to keep you on track and moving forward. Whether you're saving for a family vacation, paying down debt, or just looking for breathing room, this system is for you. You don't need special skills, just the desire to make change. Join a growing community of success stories today. Visit simpleincome.info or text 17